video, I will show you my presentation about value-added tax. Have you ever about value-added tax? If not yet, I will tell you a little something about VAT. Before I start my presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Himas Falah Milada. I'm from Taxation-E University. Okay, for the first, what is value-added tax? Maybe some of you already know about value-added tax. Value-added tax is a type of tax that are levied on any value added of goods or trades in circulation from producer to consumer. VAT is an indirect tax, meaning that the tax is paid by another party who is not a tax guarantor, or in other words, the tax guarantor or end consumer doesn't directly pay the tax he is responsible for. VAT is paid and deposited by a taxable entrepreneur. A taxable entrepreneur is a businessman who delivers taxable goods and or taxable service based on the value-added tax. I have simple illustration about the mechanism of VAT. In Indonesia, taxable goods or service are subject to 10%. For example, a taxable goods or taxable service from a producer to a distributor for 1,000 rupees, subject to 10% VAT, that is 10,000, then the total will be 1,000 and 10,000, while goods from distributor are sent to consumer 150,000 and subject to 10%, which is 15,000. A total of 165,000, so the VAT to be paid to the government is 25,000 rupees. Okay, well, next to the second topic, I show you for legal basis of VAT, but there are still any others. The first regulation is Law Number 8 of 1983, regulates custom areas, tangible goods, and BKP or taxable goods. Submission of taxable goods in this VAT regulation is the submission of taxable goods due to an agreement, transfer of taxable goods due to a lease agreement, and the transfer of product results in a state of movement. And then Regulation Number 11, 1994 also discussed the VAT consumption type as a tax that is levied on value-added tax, the application of non-cumulative tax, namely the system of taxation of goods or services that have been imposed or services that have been subject to local taxes. And then through PMK number 197 and PMK 03/2013, which also regulates PKP or taxable entrepreneur as the party obligated to report its taxes because the amount of sales of goods and services exceeded 4.8 million rupees. Okay, for the next, the subject of VAT is a taxable entrepreneur. The understanding of a taxable entrepreneur in accordance with Article 1, Number 15 states that a taxable entrepreneur is a businessman who submits taxable goods or submits taxable service taxable under the VAT law, excluding small entrepreneurs who are the limit is set by Minister of Finance, unless the small businessman choose to be confirmed as taxable entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs who deliver taxable goods or deliver taxable service in custom areas or export tangible taxable goods, export taxable service, or export intangible taxable goods therefore are required first, report its effort to be confirmed as a taxable entrepreneur. 2. Collect tax out. 3. Depositing the value-added tax accrued in the event that the output tax is greater than the input tax that can be credited, and depositing the sales tax on the luxury goods out. And finally, report tax calculation. There are two VAT objects, taxable goods and taxable service. Taxable goods or BKP, namely tangible goods in the form of movable and immovable property, as well as intangible goods subject to VAT. Taxable service, each activity in the form of service which on the basis of an agreement or legal act allows an item or facilities or rights to be available for use. Okay, the next topic is non-VAT object. It has been explained before, it's all thought all goods and services are actually VAT object. Due to economic and social consideration, there are some goods or services that are not VAT object. There are the following items are not subject to object to VAT. Mining or drilling result like a crude oil and natural gas and etc. And then staple goods that are needed and consumed by the community, for example rice, grain, corn, and then food and beverage served in its restaurant and hotel. Money, securities and gold, medical service that cover general practitioners, specialist doctors, dentists and health professionals. And then social service which include orphanage and nursing home service and firefighters. And then mail delivery service that include mailing service using postage stamps or other, and then financial service and insurance service, care coverage service which include loss insurance, life insurance and reinsurance, and then religious service such as house of worship service, sermon or praising service or organizing religious activities. And then educational service which include organization general education service, vocational special education, official education and religious education, and then all types of arts and entertainment service, broadcasting service which are not advertising or funded by sponsors, and then workforce service which include providing training service for workers, the service for labor providers, and then hotel service, parking service, public telephone service using coin, and the last service carried out by government agencies. The imposition of some goods and services that are not included in the VAT object is mainly related for the life of many people, as well as services that are really needed in communities such as health, education, and religious service. Okay, for the last topic is about rates of VAT. There are three rates of VAT. There are for the first 10% that applied to all domestic product, and then 0% applied to export of tangible taxable goods, intangible taxable goods, and export taxable service. And the last, the VAT rate may change to a minimum of 5% and a maximum of 15% as stipulated by government regulation. Okay guys, that's all about value added tax. I hope you enjoy my video and thanks for your attention. Bye.